cute, sexy, and fun. You're watching CSF Nation's own WMK TV, Channel 90.
Welcome to Makini Jaws Presents Peak Gaming.
Silly girl, the pros here. Bernie, ready. Just gotta stay focused.
Don't move!
Makini Jaws presents Peak Gaming. Press start whenever you're ready. Machiny Jaws presents Peak Gaming. Press start whenever you're ready. Machiny Jaws presents Peak Gaming. Press start whenever you're ready. Machiny Jaws presents Peak Gaming. Press start whenever you're ready. Makini Jaws presents Peak Gaming. Press start whenever you're ready.
Alright. I think we are set. I think we are online. We are online. I'll explain. I will explain. Alright. Good morning. And game on. My name is Makini 90 Sherman Illustrator. Welcome you to a very early Peak Gaming News Roundup for Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. Good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are having a good week. We have made it to the middle point of the week. We have a lot to go over, including the big one being the Square-Enix layoffs, which you have plenty to go over. Now, before we do that, I want to make clear some things up in the air before we get started. Now, Emerald is asking why do I have Skyrim on the poll questions is because the winner of the poll that I posted up earlier this week was the Beauty Bullets and Blades Expedition. So you guys want a repeat of last Saturday. What I decided to do, and we got a total of, and by the way, I want to say thank you to everybody who voted, 74 votes total, and we had 74 votes total on Monday. So we are continuing the Beauty Bullets and we're gonna do the Beauty Bullets and Blades Expedition on Saturday. However, I wanted to see if you would guys be interested if we could shake the lineup up, essentially. So I put up a new poll I just put up a new poll before we went live, and essentially I have the original variation that we're gonna go with, plus I have 3 variations that we could see if you guys would be interested in. The original version is, of course, Bayonetta, Wu Chang on PC, and then Starblade New Game Plus Plus. The first variation is Bayonetta. We do the Goddess Fall. I do the Nikkei Goddess Fall event live, and then we do Stellar Blade New Game Plus Plus. The second variation is Bayonetta, then Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and then Stellar Blade New Game Plus Plus. And then variation 3 is basically a repeat of last Saturday's show, which will be Bayonetta and Stellar Blade New Game Plus Plus. The mod list, the vote, the poll is up, guys, so go cast your votes. I'll have everything set up by Saturday. I just want to see if you guys want to stick to the original or if you guys want a variation, but it is clear that you guys really want Bayonetta, and you guys really want Bayonetta and Skyrim, Bayonetta and Stellar Blade again, like last Saturday. So I'm here to oblige, I'm here to supply, so hopefully that clears the air. All right, me too. So, I don't have Skyrim yet. It depends on you guys. If Variation 2 does get the most votes, then I will buy Skyrim this weekend and get all the mods set up, okay? So, if Variation 2 wins, I will buy Skyrim and get all the mods set up for Saturday. If the original poll gets the most votes, I will buy Wu Chang on PC and get all the mods set up as well. So, but I'm gonna need some time to get the mods ready to learn how to mod Skyrim. But if Skyrim gets if Variation 2 gets the most polls. So yeah, but yeah, cast your votes, guys. But we have a lot to go over with the Square-Enix layoffs, Fallout 4. Fallout 4, basically, the reaction to Fallout 4's 10th anniversary update and the amount of bugs it has given. Arc Raiders, which it has been in the major headlines for not only the PvE discussion, but also Eurogamer and IGN's review of Arc Raiders, which has been getting a lot of ratioed. Basically, we're gonna go over that. We also have, let me go ahead and get through my, make sure I have all my roundups here. So, not only that, we do have Sony finally releasing the numbers for Ghost of Yotei, so that's going to spark another discussion. And then we're going to end today's show on us reviewing Sony's Japanese State of Play, which dropped yesterday, if you guys caught that. So we got a lot to go over, hence why we're starting early. I've been back and forth on my decision on whether to just keep it straight news or have get my dailies done in Nikkei in the background as we go through the news articles. So, but we'll decide on that one. But speaking of which, let's go ahead. Speaking of which, thank you guys so much for being here. I know more people will probably show up because it's this early, but if you guys can, I really appreciate it.
Welcome to Protocol Kitsuna Advancements. My name is Keppa, and we'd like to thank you for joining us on this expedition. If you would like to see more, press the like button and press the subscribe button. We appreciate all of your support. Now let's journey into the world of peak gaming.
Smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack that subscribe button and make it jiggle, guys. Alright, let's go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat first. And let's go ahead and get right into all of the news topic today. You know what? I decided I'm just going to do my dailies in Nikkei in the background as we go through all of the news articles here. So let's go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat. First up, we got Power, who is not going to be here for long. I saw your message, Power, last night. Thank you so much. Just for being here as much as you can. Thank you so much. Lucky Neko, good to see you. Emerald saying that I bought Skyrim, not yet. It comes down to the vote, so it comes down to the poll, guys. If that's what you want, then I will definitely add. I will definitely buy Skyrim. So hopefully that cleared it up. Lucky Neko agrees. I want to see more what they screwed up in Fallout 4. Okay, we'll go over that. So we'll go over. We got a lot to go over today. So that's why we're starting early. We have a lot to go over today. So that's why we're starting early. Okay, so we got a. I'm gonna make sure. I think I have all of. I don't have everything yet. Do I have everything yet? Do I have everything yet? So we got Fallout 4. Oh, Arc Raiders. Okay, so let me go back to notifications here. I need to get. Let's get to the Arc Raiders one because there's been a lot of discussion on that. That one. So no, I'm just making sure we got. I just want to make sure I got. I want to make sure I got everything up and running. So we may see the Eurogamer and IGN review of Arc Raiders, which I'm very interested to see that review because they're getting ripped to shreds in the coal mines, basically. And that was the crux of Eurogamer's review, by the way. And what is funny is that yeah, Arc Raiders sold 4 million copies in less than 2 weeks. Yep, we got that one. Okay, I think we got everything. I am so sorry, guys. I'm trying to get all my news articles up and running. My apologies. Okay, I think we should be everything, and I'll just grab everything as we go along. We're gonna keep it to the same format that we ran. Pie Flinger, good morning to you. Okay, so we're gonna keep it in the same format that we did last week, where we jump from we switch where we split up each segment as if it was done in a separate video. So, it's asking, can I turn my mic up a bit? Okay. My mic is maxed. My mic is maxed out. Let me check. Maybe I'll turn. But what if? Yeah, my mic. Yeah, my mic setting is maxed. So let me see if I could turn down the audio. Turn down the background music. Will that help? Does this help? Checking, guys. Checking. Let me see if I can up the decibel. Let me see if I can up the decibel a bit. I'll up the decibel a bit on my audio. No offset. Mic check. Is it better? Is it better? Okay. All right. Yeah, I just up my audio bit to 125, so that way it should be much louder. Let me hear myself. Mic check. Is it better? Is it better? Okay, so it seems I got it. Seems I got it fixed. Okay, I got it right up. Let me turn down just a little bit. Okay, so up the desktop audio, so hopefully up my mic audio, so hopefully it's much louder. Okay, I've decided we're gonna dual stream. I'm gonna do some dailies in Nikkei as we go through these topics. So, without further ado, let's begin on the main topic for discussion, and the main one is the title Square-Enix and their Bloodbath. Alright. So, the first thing we're going to go over. Alright, so, Square Enix has been, and I'm just going to get started from here. All right. So, Square Enix has been in the major headlines as of late. Like, really have been in the major headlines as of late. And this is where the title of this stream begins, basically. Let's switch over to the dual screen. Square Enix. And they've announced a series of major layoffs that has been going on throughout the past week or so. We saw a lot of key figures. We've seen a lot of key figures. We've seen a lot of not just key figures letting go, but also people within the localization, people within, say, maybe the ethics department. you name it. Square Enix is, let's be honest, Square Enix is losing money. Okay, let's make no bones about it. Square Enix is losing money, and with the amount of layoffs that has been going on, especially with what we just heard yesterday from Neon over at Clownfish TV, we're gonna go through a series of tweets breaking down all of the layoffs that we went down, and it is a bloodbath. It is an absolute bloodbath, especially considering that they're trying to make a stance on going back to Japan and, even pushing for AI. Let's see how this goes. But the first tweet we're going to go from is Pirate Nation. Series of layoffs at Square Enix mostly targeted UK office and PR departments. And he has a series of photos. We have one photo here. We have one collage here. This is very interesting, and we're going to try to screw this in. So we have Lucy Hale, who is a brand video creator who has been there for 7 years. Due to the restructuring, she was let go. And she's looking for work. We have Izzy Yagan, if I get that right. She is the global PR manager for Life is Strange. Unfortunately, my role has been impacted. The recent layoffs of Square Enix and now is at risk. The hunt for a new role. Please reach out if you know anything. So everybody's open to look for job openings here. We have Linda Kay, who is the senior QA manager at Square Enix, and her line of work was with the Life is Strange games. As we're seeing Life is Strange, we're seeing some other titles, but it looks like it's definitely within the Life is Strange department. She's been a QA manager for 15 years of experience over at Square Enix. She's been dropped. And then we also have Hinano Akiyama, who is a Japanese English interpreter at Square Enix Los Angeles. So she might be a localizer, basically. She's done director marketing at Square Enix. She's done the European director marketing at full-time since August. Since April and August of 2023. She's worked at Activision. They are all looking for work, basically. Those are the ones who have been laid off as part of the restructuring. As we go here, your store saying if they only tone down to Activision to focus on producing quality, memorable games. Bye-bye, Karens. Go back to your lonely, single, independent woman life for your cats. Yeah, everybody's dunking on them. Everybody's putting in the put the fries in the bag meme. Yeah, now if they only make good games. The dream has been cold meme. This needs to come back. What is this? The creative Final Fantasy Type Zeros. Original set to have black voids for the insides. The character skins, so due to Simpson. Oh, okay. But yeah, so this tweet was earlier, and yeah, everybody's dunking on Square. Like, everybody, and I mean everybody's dunking on Square, and it seems like it's a case of the effing around and the finding out variety. But it doesn't stop there. Alright. But it doesn't stop there. Sandra Chow, global campaign lead and senior marketing manager at Square Enix, says her role is at risk, likely affected by the layoffs. She is the current ambassador for Women in Games, a company fighting for a fair and equal and safe gaming environment for girls and women. So this is Sandra Chow. Her role is at risk. I think this is one of the ones we went over. Global campaign lead. Global campaign lead, senior marketing manager, export assistant marketing manager. She is an ambassador at Women in Games London, basically. This seems to be a non-profit organization. Championing fair, equal, safe games environment for girls and women globally. A UK-based non-profit. We collaborate with key partners, relying on donation grants and event sponsors' income. Our ambassador programs offer diverse opportunities. The individual ambassador program, powered by Keyword Studios, has 1,500 plus members across 72 countries. The corporate ambassador program welcomes companies, and the education ambassador program engages universities and colleges. Corporate ambassadors support impactful events like expos like Women in Gaming Annual Conference and a groundbreaking publication, Building a Fair Playing Field. Recognitions include CEO Marine Claire Eastman, winning of the MCV Women in Gaming's Outstanding Achievement Award in 2022, and the Women in Games in winning the Diversity category at the 2022 TIGA Industry Awards. Join us in reshaping the future of gamers. Sign up as an ambassador, acquired by partnerships, sign us through donations and full sponsorship. Full incentives to vendor. Together, let's make gaming inclusive. Empowering gaming was always inclusive and always diverse and always empowering. I just want to add that. Subline there. Rocky, good morning. I should get from import-export to video game marketing. Am I off here? Sounds like some spy shit. Yes, my opinion, there are a lot of hiring after 2019 is incredibly questionable. The NA branch has quickly filled up with ex-Blizzard employees, which is the same company that CPO John Henke worked for 20 years before moving to Square-Enix. Which is crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy stuff. Good, made everyone else fired just like her. Terminate now. Women in games is a massive source of issue for the whole gaming industry. Hope they can really get deep and fire whoever caved the Final Fantasy 15 Signy backlash for being too sexy. Bring back the attitude that pushed for visible underwear in Final Fantasy Type 0. Yeah, put the fries in the bag. Same thing. But it doesn't get there. It doesn't get there. There's more here. That's more here. So, Yusuke Haraguchi, the project manager in the JP branch, seemed to be affected by the layoffs. He stated, quote, they take into account the overseas culture and trends, even consult with the development team, and change their character appearances in in-game content. Which is very interesting there. That's project manager for Square-Enix Japan, who has a large credits, including working with from 2019 to 2024, as you can see, Visions of Mana, Final Fantasy 2 on the PS4, Harvesta, Valkyrie Elysium, Chrono Cross on PS4, Final Fantasy 6 on PC, Final Fantasy 5 on PC, RTL Resonance. Yeah, definitely has a long history as a localization supervisor, product producer, localization product manager, and ratings advisor, and even QA for Oninaki back in 2019. What is it that people work in our company? And this is highlighted, so thank you for bringing this up. One of the great attractors of working in our company is the rich and international atmosphere. In particular, localization division, which is a staff of a variety of countries, including Europe and the US, working together in the same office, creating an environment where many different languages are spoken every day. I use it now, but when I first joined the company, my times when I wondered, is this really Japan? You can work in a global environment and utilize your language skills while still being in Japan. I find it interesting that is. I find it interesting that is very much highlighted. One of the missions in the localization division is to create a quality game that overseas users will not recognize as a Japanese game. Let me say that one more time. One of the missions of the localization division is to create a quality game that overseas users will not recognize as a Japanese game. Okay, what's the problem? Okay. I'm gonna have to stop here. What's the problem with a Japanese game being Japanese? No. What's the problem with a Japanese game being Japanese? What's the problem with overseas users recognizing a Japanese game? What is the problem with that? I'm very curious about that. See, it goes back to the whole, we enjoy, like, we as gamers, as customers, as fans, we enjoy Japanese content because it's Japanese. Like here's where the issue we have when it comes to localization and why localizers are getting so much shit right now is because people want a direct, one-for-one translation. I'm kind of AFK on this one. People want just a direct translation. Yes, is the dialogue much different? That's because the culture is much different from ours, and that's what makes it interesting here. Okay, so again, what's the problem with a Japanese game being Japanese? We simply do not translate or dub the audio. We pay closest attention to the small details, highlighted, taking into account overseas cultures and trends. And in some cases, we even consult with the development team to change the character appearances and in-game content. I love that this is highlighted, by the way. I love that this is highlighted. I absolutely adore this is highlighted. We even consult the development team to change the character appearances in in-game content. You know what? You wonder why I don't shed a tear whenever these people get laid off. You wonder why. You wonder why everybody's like, wonder why people are throwing a fit of these companies, especially when it comes to these translators using AI. These companies using AI because they don't trust localizers because of ish like this. Okay? We enjoy this culture for what it is. I don't know how else to put it. It doesn't need to appeal to our Western sensibilities. Characters don't need to be altered to our Western sensibilities here. Content doesn't need to be altered to our Western sensibilities. Fuck the West, okay? He states, localization division staff differs countries, including the USA, working together in environments where many languages are spoken every day. Is this really Japan? Yes, it's Japan. What is that a problem? One major difference is that they must communicate extensively in English and always view games from the perspective of overseas users and markets. That's what makes it appealing, though. What does it need to be seen through the lens of overseas users, okay? Like, project manager acts as an intermediary between localization team, development team, and overseas branch QA teams, and publishers to manage the process of localized versions to put into production. And once the production of an overseas version is drawn up, the first thing they do is formulate the overseas production schedule and budget and see if they agreed it with the project side. They work closely with the localization division, as well as producers, directors, section leaders, and development side. Dozens of translators are involved. One major difference between them is the development team's project manager, which they communicate extensively in English and always view the game from perspective from overseas users and markets. Localization project manager works with translators to identify potential issues, coordinate corrections with the development team, and manage the entire international version of the project. I hope everybody can understand what the issue is here. Is that you're basically giving these teams way too much power, way too much carte blanche to change everything based on a whim, based on their own personal sensibilities. Or in some cases, force-feeding modern identity politics to where it's not needed. Okay? You understand the issue here, right? It's just insanity. This is like, Now you can see why the layoffs, it's backfiring basically. Appealing to the West is clearly backfired on them, and they're losing money because of it. Because of this kind of thing, man. What are we doing here? Okay, John Hinkle. So John Heineke, the chief publishing officer, CPO, and head of the Western branch, resigned ahead of the wave of layoffs. And this is lovely here. So, this is brilliant. Yesterday, I announced to my team at Square-Enix that I've decided to resign from my role as CPO at vendor November 21st. You've been fired. This has been a difficult decision, as it means I must part with a very talented group of high-performing, passionate co-workers and friends across the U.S. and Europe. It is my distinct honor to work alongside and learn from such an amazing team. I want to thank the Square-Enix leadership team for entrusting me in this role and giving me such a fantastic professional opportunity. And I want to thank my teammates and colleagues for their support throughout my 7 years at the company. Finally, I'd like to thank all of Square-Enix players and fans for your passion and enthusiasm. Your energy keeps our team's fueled more than you know. And CPO, obviously Americas, and yeah. And so, here we go. So, this was a comment. I think this might have been on LinkedIn or somewhere. But he was known for this comment here. So, Ashif Zahor, this is in, I think this is in LinkedIn. He's a SPC Ops Incident Manager. He makes this comment 7 months ago. When AAA start pushing agendas gamers don't want to see, they pay for it by not buying the game. Fire the long-term failing CEO and the staff that embrace the woke ideology. And John Heineke, the chief publishing officer at the Western branch of Square-Enix, this was his response. Oh, piss off. Professionalism. You gotta love it, guys. You gotta love it. Professionals, right? This is your CPO with Square Enix Western branch. I mean, I would have to add on to the amount of FAFO going on right here. Okay, there's some serious FAFO going on here right now. Sadly, they value their pending merger before. Oh, John Hinckley, the official of Square Enix concerning Jimmy Kimmel. Oh. Sadly, they value their pending merger more than freedom of speech. He cares about freedom of speech. Why are SE employees deleting comments and posts about Kate Sayonara on the Final Fantasy XIV forum? So, Kate Sayonara is the, if I'm correct, Kate Sayonara is the kind of the mastermind behind Wuklamot in Final Fantasy XIV, which started a lot of shit that's been going on. And Kate Sayonara, Suinar, has made a lot of comments regarding the, has made some comments, as part of the localization team, regarding the assassination of Charlie Kirk. So, yeah, we got some FAFO here. They literally don't care about freedom of speech. They censor anyone they can fit, like what they say. They will only appeal to your morality when it benefits them. Exactly. I'm not paying any of their games again. What happens with Final Fantasy XIV goes to go through him, and yeah, should be making threads on this on official forums. They're not personal Discord callouts for infighting, which is professional. And now we're seeing the finding out part in that, yes, the CEO is basically had to be fired. Not let go, you're being fired. Like, seriously, screw off. After, as it was hired in 2018, Blizzard employees began filtering the Square Enix. Oh, former Activision Blizzard staff. Oh. Oh man, so we've had plenty of Activision Blizzard staff making their way into Square Enix Western side. You look at this is the marketing communications PR department for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And we have marketing communications. Yeah, this is for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Wow. Also believe that he is the catalyst for the recast of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth when he was hired in 2018, or remake. 16 actors, they were signed on for the project since 15. They hired new actors in the last minute to fit the modern audience. They changed actors at the last minute to fit the quote-unquote modern audience. There has been so much karma going on in this this thread is incredible. This thread is freaking incredible. And yeah, you can see here the responsible, because I know the whole thing with the character Wilkamot in Final Fantasy XIV has been been in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. Life is Strange Outriders Just Cause staff seem to be affected by the UK office. Well, it goes on and on. This is an incredible... Okay, so the reunion has a major thread regarding these layoffs, and I am going to put their link in the comments so that way you guys can see it too. So let me go ahead, docs, in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna put a link to their comments thread, because this is rich. Like, this is absolutely rich. Come from Square Enix. It is rich. So, yeah, there's a lot of fafoing going on here at Square Enix. Is a whole lot. 2 more layoffs from the UK office. Global manager Izzy Jagan, who has worked at Square Enix for 5.5 years. Senior director and former marketing Activision director Eric Elliott, who was also for 7 years, has also been affected by the layoffs, and more marketing and public relations positions. So Izzy has definitely Izzy's one of them. This from Dash Attack. Shout out to Dash Attack. I'm curious as to what led Square Enix down this massive firing path. I'm wondering if Charlie Kirk's staff had an internal investigation by the Japanese branch. This all seems like the AI story is a front to clean up House of Blackness. That's what it seems to be. With them wanting to go forward with AI, I think it's just a cover-up for them wanting to make these layoffs. I think it's more of just a cover-up, basically. Like, since Sil was a social media director at Square Enix, they're saying keep my fingers crossed. It's just... Listen, as always, the good people are going to get caught in this crossfire too, and they're going to have to get laid off. But it doesn't change the fact that within the good people getting laid off, a lot of those bad actors have made it worse for a lot of other people at the time. You really can't, that's something you really can't deny. You really can't. This is from Packer Girl, who works over at, who's Nerdy Girl Creates over at Bounty in the Comics. Holy freaking W. Square Enix is laying off its Japanese branch localization department manager, Yusuke Haraguchi. They took into account the overseas culture and trends. They need to consult with the development team to change character pages and game content. Which, let's be fair, that it might be the reason why there was so much backlash for Dragon Quest 3 HD remake. There was a lot of backlash because they censored Akira Toriyama's artwork in that game. That might be the case, but yeah, it's insane, man. Like, from my personal perspective, from my personal standpoint on this one, basically. Sorry, I'm switching out. So from my personal standpoint, this is a fafo. This is a lot. There's a lot. Listen. Yes, people are getting fired. Yes, people. It's a shame. People losing their jobs, especially the good ones who are on social media running their mouth are getting the axe too. But for a lot of these localization, a lot of the people who have been very antagonistic towards their consumers who are buying their products, very antagonistic towards even the West, even Japanese sensibilities towards their own company standards. I'm sorry, it's a case of I hold no sympathy. This is FAFO right here, okay? This is effing around and finding out. We saw this with, we even saw this throughout the industry where people who are celebrating, people who are caught in 4K celebrating Charlie Kirk's assassination are getting the FAFO treatment. This was happening everywhere. And I think people have gotten sick of it at this point. It's hard to have sympathy at this point. I think it's really, really hard to have sympathy for these companies, for these developers, for these studios here. Just because of how they've basically been, treating the properties that, you know, they're supposed to be, you know, the bearers of. They're supposed to be, you know, holding these iconic properties up to task, but they just treat them like, you know, vessels to use for their activism. Vessels to use for their identity politics-driven activism. And it turns people away. Okay? It really does turn people away. You think about it. So, I don't know what to tell you on this one. Square Enix, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting if Square Enix pivots back to, you know, Square Enix pivoting back to, you know, Japan. Pivoting back to what, pivoting back to, you know, their Japanese audience. And maybe this whole thing about them wanting to use AI is a cover-up for these layoffs. In fact, not only that, because we just heard from Neon that the localization, I think it was the localization developer, or the team who did the localization for Dragon Quest, for the Dragon Quest AC remasters, was also fired too. We might see a change in power at Square Enix, but I think I think a lot of people also feel that it is simply too that it is simply too little, too late. It is too little, too late on that front. You burned. Square Enix has seemed to burn a lot of bridges over the years lately, and they're losing money as a result too. So I don't know what to tell you, man. I think this is on y'all. I really do think this is on y'all. But that's it for me. Okay, yes, that took longer than expected. That article really did take longer than expected, but it was a lot to go over. Yeah, let's go over the list again. I'll switch over to Nikkei. Alright. Over some of these comments here. Okay. So Pie Flinger, so let's start from the top. Exactly, if I want a Western game, I will play as many Western games as Western publishers. Eli, good morning to you. Welcome back, and now put the fries in the bag. Stop screwing with our games. Western developer game. They got rid of the Type A. Yes. That's who it was. The person responsible for putting Body Type A and Body Type B in the Dragon Quest remakes was fired. So, I mean, I don't have much sympathy. I'm sorry. I don't have much sympathy. I'm sorry. This is one of those things that Noodles back into real life and we're never gonna get. And the Top B shit. This is why they're being replaced by AI. It's retarded. Localizers are also the worst, just like those shippers, Reddit moderators, Netflix live action adaptation defenders, fake One Piece fans, and Luhana stands because they both suck elephant dong. Bait and switch, not worth shedding a single tear. I think a lot of people are showing the same sentiment. Tifa's cleavage can breathe again. Tifa's cleavage can breathe again. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Tifa's cleavage can breathe again. They can suck it. What flavor oatmeal are you smacking on? No, this is cereal. This is like expensive cereal though. I think it's like Cracker Oats or something like that. It's like from Kellogg's. I don't know. The producers been complicit in this too. No wonder their queen didn't win the election. Yeah. Last year they called gaming safe. Body type sucks. Yeah. They pivot back to their identity. It may be too little, too late for Square Enix though, because they did turn a lot of people away. Let's not beat around the bush here. They did turn a lot of people away, so that might just be the case. Anyway, so yeah, yeah, this is a definitely 100%. You know, put the fries in the bag, and you kind of get what you deserve on this one, Square. Not no hate, but you're on this one. Oh, we got one more. I totally forgot about this. So, Asmongold, the Roach King, responded to this on Twitter, and he put this video out. Let me go ahead and we're gonna play this real quick. Let me go ahead and switch over to the dual screen here. We're gonna play this real quick from Asmongold.
Series of layoffs at Square-Enix. Uh-oh. It looks like it is a complete Karen apocalypse. Total Karen obliteration. Oh, man. Thank God, right? I mean, isn't this amazing? Yes. So wait a minute, you had a fake job. So all you did was make TikToks for a video game? And you got fired? Yeah, I bet. What did you do? Senior QA manager. Well, I mean, maybe you needed this job, maybe not. I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe you got replaced with AI. But what about this one here? And assistant manager, project communication and events. Senior director and marketing, who knows? Global PR manager for Life is Strange. Okay, yes, under MCV 30 under 30 21. She, her, opinions are my own. And so this girl lost her job. Man. Oh, God, guys. Oh, jeez. Total Karen obliteration. We are talking about a flawless victory. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. Welcome home. That's another set of them, huh? How about that? Putting the fries in the bag, bro. Like, that's it. Total Karen obliteration. There it is. That's just what it is, guys. I'm just saying the way it is. Whoever's opinions are around in the bio, you can tell who they are. Yes. And there it is.
Yeah, a lot.
Series of layoffs at Square.
I think it's safe to say a lot of people are taking victory laps after this one. A lot of people are taking victory laps after this one. Oh man, yeah, that is Square Enix in a nutshell, man. It is absolute insanity, man. It is absolutely diabolical. What is going on at that company? Oh man. I'll turn it up. So, oh my bad. Okay. So, yeah, just absolute insanity here. Absolute insanity. Anyway, let's go ahead. Yeah, sorry, turn it up. But yeah, so Asmongold is definitely taking some victory laps on this one. A lot of people are definitely taking victory laps on this one. So, but you know who's not taking any victory laps is Bethesda. I know it's shocking. It's shocking. So let's go into this. Let's go into this next topic here, and this is from. We got a couple of news sources here. So let's go. Let me start you with a brief introduction. So, This week, Bethesda released a 10th anniversary patch for Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is, of course, beloved Fallout game. This anniversary patch introduces the Creation Club, which is paid mods. They added basically paid mods, official mods for Fallout 4, plenty of bug fixes and such like that to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the game, right? Well, it didn't go out entirely well for them, and we're gonna start by going over a Reddit thread from the official Fallout subreddit here. Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition faces harsh backlash over bugs and mod issues. So this is from our official Fallout subreddit. As it should. We dealt with this a year ago, the next gen update, and here we are again. Oh, that's right, the next gen update didn't help anybody, didn't do anybody any favors either. They got a lot of backlash for that too. Bethesda have decided spitting on the Fallout 4 fan base between old gen and new gen wasn't enough. Now you have old gen and new gen and anniversary. Looks like it's already a pain to pick and choose which mods to decide to upgrade to the NG or stay with the OG. Other way, it's a three-way split. So basically, this whole thing messes up the whole modding community in Fallout 4 specifically, because now mods are being split between three distinct variations of the same game. You have mods that work for the old Fallout 4, mods that work for the new Fallout 4, and then mods that work for, or mods that were supposed to work for the 10th anniversary patch, but they got screwed over completely. Yeah, oh damn, I've been slowly playing through this game, like 2 years. It's just about did everything, and my final bit of main story stations. Is it possible that my save is borked now? Yeah, it's probably gonna mess up with the save. Modders are gonna fix it. They're gonna fix it, but they have a lot of work to do, though. They have a lot of work to do. The fact that they have, this happened with Skyrim Special Edition, this happened with Skyrim Anniversary Edition, this happened with Fallout 4 Next Gen Update, this happened with the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. The fact that they have Microsoft money behind them and all the QA testers in the world and still put out shit like this is unacceptable. Seriously, I've seen less predictable patterns on picnic blankets. Damn! Microsoft is a part of the issue. They are insanely hands-off and don't push their studios hard enough. Yeah, I agree on that one. It seems like it stayed decline more of the same. SSC got off to a rough start. Skyrim Special Edition got off to a rough start, but it's a fairly major technical update, and it did improve the engine and ultimately what made the game far more stable and thus a better modding base. It was also free. SAE was an obvious, I think Anniversary Edition was an obvious cash grab, but the content includes some pretty distant stuff like survival mode and Saints and Seducers, but it also didn't completely destroy the base game and utterly ruin the modding scene. And didn't utterly ruin the modding scene. Beyond the fact, it created a rift for those who brought the Anniversary Edition, those who refused to. So what's on Steam right now is you can get the Skyrim Special Edition with the Anniversary Edition upgrade. So I'm very curious about wanting to go into that one, though. I'm actually pretty curious, and I want to hear your thoughts on going ahead to get the Special Edition and getting the getting onto the Anniversary Edition, which is I found very interesting. Mark my words, Fallout 4 Remake, Fallout 4 Remake Special Edition, Fallout 4 Remake Special Quantum Edition. Yeah, they're ripping Bethesda through the coal mine. The rest are through the coals on this one. So this is from NeoGaf. Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition has released, folks, and guess what? It's a broken piece of crap. Okay, here, so this is a video from Colt Eastwood on Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, and it looks like it's a mess. Yeah, looks like a mess. And I assume this is on PC, and this is definitely going to mess up the modding scene as well. Yeah, it looks bad. Oh, look at those black screens. Oh, Bethesda. Bethesda, who is your QA team, guys? You guys are not good doing a good job there. I'm just saying. Holy crap, it looks bad. That was bad. Fallout 4 Anniversary update bringing maximum nostalgia. The game is crashed. Unplayable edition. Obviously, they didn't charge enough to make some cutbacks. Don't expect. Listen. Okay. Listen. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a pretty harsh pill to swallow on this one. Anyone, and I repeat, anyone who is still excited for Elder Scrolls 6, you might want to pivot those expectations a bit, because they're still going to run the same engine, and Microsoft's going to be completely hands-off on this. To anybody expecting Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be like, you know, this big, you know, it's going to be their comeback tour for Bethesda. Yeah, Starfield was supposed to be their comeback, and look what happened to Starfield. Like, you have still people copium. You still have high amounts of copium on people expecting Starfield to get the No Man's Sky treatment and make a major comeback. It's not gonna happen. Okay? It's not gonna happen. You're delusional. This is Bethesda we're talking about. This is Bethesda. Microsoft Bronze releasing a broken game. The only person who's shocked by this is Kaya. Okay? I'm tired, boss. This is on NeoGAF. Bethesda, they're broken anniversary editions. Why do you hate yourself so much? Maybe people will fuck this. Todd Howard is a master of seduction. Tell me sweet little lies. Anyway, I'll stick to my Game of the Year edition. Count ourselves lucky they didn't port it to Unreal Engine 5. Oh my god. I would +1 this comment so much. This is from Balls of Snow. I'll stick to my Game of the Year edition. Count ourselves lucky they didn't port this to Unreal Engine 5. Ow! So let's go with this from IGN. Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition sparks backlash as disgruntled fans use Steam reviews to express their disappointment. The Anniversary Edition was meant to a celebration of Bethesda's post-apocalyptic RPG on its 10th birthday, but it turns out that things aren't exactly gone as planned, as the update was met with a backlash on Steam. The $60 Anniversary Edition includes 6 official Fallout 4 expansions and 150 paid mods, but there's also an Anniversary Edition upgrade which is selling at the game at $40. While Bethesda points out that this upgrade offers a discount on all items sold separately, fans have hit out at the pricing at the Anniversary Edition, especially in the context of Fallout 4 being a decade old. It's worth noting that the base Fallout 4 game is currently $20 on Steam, and including at $15.99, and the Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition, which includes all 6 expansions, costs $40. The Creations Bundle, which includes 150 paid mods, is $20 on its own, and the Steam Store Pages bundles has borne the brunt of backlash with a mostly negative user review rating. Complaints report there are crashing issues, glitches, and even a problem with getting the new mods to work. Meanwhile, it sounds like the Anniversary Edition is breaking prior mods, although Bethesda warned us it would happen when it came to mods that affect the new Creation Club menu. Being a gamer in 2025 reads the most helpful review according to Steam. You purchase content, you don't get the content in game. Bethesda's update causes even more crashes. Trying to quit the game causes it to crash. GG. I know I'm throwing shade at Bethesda fans, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How can you find this acceptable? How can you breathe this much copium and find this acceptable as a Bethesda fan? As a diehard Bethesda fan, expecting them to turn it around. But it's funny, man. I'm sorry. This isn't a Bethesda of old here, okay? The veil's been lifted, okay? We've seen Todd Howard, the short man behind the curtain here, okay? I'm sorry, Dorothy, you can't go back home. You can't go back to Kansas anymore. It's bugging out like crazy and not giving out all the creations that are mentioned in the bundle and other viewer reports. Game absolutely refuses to let you attempt install anything, including the Creation Club, freezes upon launching and quitting the game to the point where you can't even use the task manager on Steam or force close the game. For the love of God, Bethesda, this is worse than Skyrim's anniversary patch. Fix your game. The reaction of Fallout subreddit. That's just summer sentiment. We kind of went through that. I want to thank Bethesda for charging me 20 quid for Fallout 4's 10th anniversary edition for some extra Pip-Boy colors and rewarding me by making my game unable to boot at all. Even with the new script extender, I had to remove every single mod and reinstall everything. Epic. I really dislike that. The backlash spilled over the Steam reviews for the Fallout 4 base game, where negative reviews have flooded in the following anniversary edition's release, causing recent reviews to plummet to mixed. They just killed the game with this anniversary update, reads, one negative review on the Fallout 4 base game. Not gonna sort my 400 plus mods as it would take days. Goodbye, Fallout. I will like to say I will miss you, but I won't. Ow. 400 plus mods, all fucked it, all screwed it up. It's disappointing a start for Fallout's big push ahead of the hotly anticipated December launch of Fallout Season 2 on Amazon Prime. A new Fallout New Vegas bundle is also due out, hopefully with a Fallout themed show for an update for Fallout 76 in December. Hopefully Bethesda can sort these issues out sooner or later. That's not going to happen. But here are the patch notes for the Creation menu, Creation Club basically. Yeah. Oh boy, it's not even included in Game Pass after the price hike. Talk about damaging your goodwill, Microsoft. Microsoft has given up at this point. Okay, Microsoft has given up. Okay, let's bring this up. Microsoft has given up. Oh man, just. I'm sorry if I'm being mean here, but come on now. We're not gonna get Fallout 5, at least not in my lifetime. I think I'm with Mugthief on this one, where we're not gonna get a proper Fallout 5, at least not in my lifetime. I don't think we will. I think Elder Scrolls 6 is. I think a Fallout creating a competent Elder Scrolls will probably be a pipe dream at this point. I'm sorry, just the gulpy, man. Just an absolute gulpy. I'll leave it there. That's it for me on that one. That's it for me on that one. You know what the best part is? Because I'm looking. I'm gonna check the polls again. I'm gonna check the poll real quick. I want to see where it stacks up. Because now they're getting votes here. Because we're gonna do the Bullets and Blades. So yes, you guys do want me to bring in Skyrim. Okay, I will keep that in mind. So I'm gonna need a little guide on which version of if I need to get the 10th anniversary patch, or get the anniversary patch for Skyrim, or if I'm just better off just sticking with the Skyrim Special Edition. So I'm gonna need you guys' advice on this one. I need you guys' support on this one. So thank y'all. Let's go to the comments real quick before we move on to the next article. It's not YouTube, it's loud, sorry about that. Also, they gotta bring Forspoken back. No, no they don't. No they don't, Sean. You're funny. You're funny, Sean. That might be okay. They just keep ruining Fallout 4. They split the modding community because of crappy next gen update. Japan doesn't lose you here. I swear. Where's July? Let me guess, you do you hear yourself? Jeremy Swade, good to see you, man. Get on them, Big Mac. I go to work lately. It seems that companies barely invest much in the QA teams anymore. No matter the industry, they expect anyone to just consume. Yeah, exactly. Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product. Anyway, they did ruin the shit that made their identity. Congratulations, Bethesda. Their paid mods are worse than the free ones. Good morning, Ryan Kitty. Bethesda's excuse to slur burning bridges like a fine license signature. I don't know how they still have goodwill after they squander like that. All tier purchases are making a comeback. I never had this much faith in Elder Scrolls 6. Skyrim will be the best they got. That's right. Elder Scrolls followed by Elder Scrolls 6 is screwed. Seriously, exploration is the best thing in Bethesda RPGs. They messed that up with Starfield. Mods is another big factor in their games. They messed that up too. My god, man. Good lord. We need more game chicks in third chapters. Modded Fallout 4 was closest to being an offline sexy fan service tactical shooters we're gonna get. And Bethesda screwed that. Bethesda can't even get that right. I'm confused. Bethesda did your mom. This must wish for there's some dessert on my screen. Too early for breakfast, man. Too early for breakfast. My first paid dual day off since Monday. Okay, so we're doing the overclock. We're doing the overclock simulation training, and we got ass my ass kicking. So I'm just gonna switch over to the yellow team. I'm AFKing as we're going through these articles. Listen, I can't. I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all on this one. So let's go. Let's get to some good news real quick. Let's get to some good news real quick. That's gonna put some smiles on my people's faces. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if there's one publisher, if there's one company that has genuinely surprised me this year, is Sega. Sega has been on a... Let's just say Sega has been kind of on a comeback tour as of recently. You know? Sonic Racing Cross Worlds was a hit. The Like a Dragon games are a freaking hit. Persona, all those good things. It seems that Sega has definitely made some good headways and made a lot of goodwill, especially this year. People seem to be very happy with Sega's output as of late. Well, some good news here. Apparently, not only has people have been really good about Sega's recent output, but now Sega's own developers are going to be eating good too. This is coming from Video Games Chronicle. Sega is raising Japanese employees' salaries again 3 years after its previous increase. The company wants to give staff peace of mind amid rising prices. Sega announced that it will be raising employees' salaries again after its last salary increase 3 years ago. In a press release, the company said it will be revisiting the salary levels of full-time and Japanese subsidiary employees, and it will be raising the starting salaries for new employees. According to Sega, the increase has two purposes. Creating an environment which employees can work with a peace of mind amid recent social changes and rising prices, and recruiting and developing attractive human resources to strengthen global competitiveness. Starting on April 1st of next year, existing full-time employees will have their base salaries raised by an average around 10%. It will do this by incorporating part of its bonus system into its base pay, revising its compensation system to make it more flexible depending on the employee's role. As a result of this change, the base salary, starting new salary for the university graduates, will be joining Sega increase from 10% from 300,000 yen to 330,000 yen. We believe that human resources are essential to achieving our mission and creating and providing new value. And we are working to reform our personnel system in various ways to ensure that employees can maximize their potential in a comfortable working environment, Sega said in a statement. In addition to establishing a compensation system that rewards employees according to their roles as contributors, we're also working to expand measures that support working styles. Let me go bring this up here. Working styles that will allow each employee to live the life that suits them best, such as the Family Plus system, which supports child care and nursing care, and the Job Plus system, which supports side jobs aimed at creating new innovations. This is the second time in recent years that Sega has increased the base salary for new employees. In July of 2023, the base salary was increased by 35% from 222,000 yen to 300,000 yen. At the time, 300,000 yen was worth $2,225, demonstrating how the weaker yen is leading to rise of prices in Japan. Numerous Japanese companies have increased their average salaries in recent years. From last April, From Software increased its employees to average base salary by 11.8%, from 260,000 yen to 300,000 yen. Capcom increased its starting salary earlier this year from 300,000 yen from its previous graduate to 235,000 yen. Current employees within those who joined the 2024 fiscal year were also given a one-time special payment, which Capcom described as an investment in the people who support the future of the company. Man, I do think that Sega is definitely like, I think Sega really is trying to pivot. They're trying to turn this around, and it seems to be working out for them. Like, people love Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. As I mentioned, the Like a Dragon titles are also keeping them afloat as well. Sega seems to be making. And I might be, and people may disagree with me, and people may disagree with me and sound off in the comments if I'm getting this wrong, but it really does sound like Sega is, at least Sega of Japan, is really making the right moves now. Will this lead to anything? I'm not sure, but it may lead, it will lead to definitely better games, and lead to definitely more hopefuls, and I think and it seems that the work environment within Sega, especially in Japan offices, is now I think an increased work morale. I think this is definitely an increase in work morale there too, which is really cool to see. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually really happy to see that, with Sega. So all the best, man. Good. I mean, good on you guys. Persona's kicking ass. Like, they're making. It feels like they are making the right moves. They are doing the right things now lately. Now, granted, my trepidations are still intact for, their Jet Set Radio reboot and Crazy Taxi reboot as well. My trepidations are still there. Okay, that hasn't changed. I know, because I know for a fact, my personal thing is, I really hope that Sega doesn't screw this up with the upcoming Jet Set Radio reboot, but I know they are. I'm afraid that they're going to. And then they're gonna screw up Crazy Taxi as well. I'm hoping not, but it's hoping they would get some hope here. Maybe I'm sipping on hope here. Maybe that's what it is. It's just, I'm hoping we get more news on the Jet Set Radio reboot specifically, because if you guys remember 2 years ago, I did a reaction to their trailer, and I lost my mind when I saw that. I lost my mind. From the moment I saw Jet Set Radio, I lost my mind. So, please, Sega, please, just get it right. Please, get it right. But we can only tell, but only time will tell. Time will tell, man. I'm really hoping they get it right. Like Jet Set Radio is one of my all-time favorite video games. I mean that. Do you know who's voicing Rosalina in the Galaxy film? Who's voicing her? I'm gonna have to look this up now. See, now I'm gonna have to look this up. So, anyway, that is it. I'm gonna leave that one there. So, I got to stop quoting Smash. I gotta stop quoting Smash. I gotta say, that's it for me. That's it for me. Or something like that. I gotta stop saying I'll leave that one there. I'm just saying. I don't want to Anyway. Get out. Riot Kitty, get out. Riot Kitty, get out. See, I'm not Rosalina's Bay. Okay. Okay. Please. Please. Please don't. Please don't fuck this up. Okay. Let me get some wings. Boss, I'm tired. She looks good though. Rosalina looks good though. She looks good though, but I'm... I'm gonna need to do some more. I have never did this much Rosalina art as I did this year. Like, I did it back to back. Like, ZP is a really, he's a big Rosalina artist too. So there's big Rosalina art, big great Rosalina art. Don't screw this up, okay? I'm just saying. You gotta do my girl right, okay? Maybe this will be a new improved Brie Larson, maybe. But I don't know. But you can't screw up, okay? Don't screw up Rosalina, please. Oh. I'll take it with a grain of salt. I'm just taking it with a grain of salt, y'all. I'm just taking it with a grain of salt. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Rosalina's Bay, okay? So Rosalina's best Mario girl, hands down. Peach is a dead close second to me. But Rosalina is my top, okay? I don't know if Bria's done any VA work. She did VA work for the animated Scott Pilgrim, so I might get that. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's go over to the next. Let's go over to the next article here on. Let's go over to the next article here, and this one I think is going to be very interesting. So let's go to. Let me get Jim Piper first. So I'm bringing up the articles real quick. I'm just bringing up the article real quick before we move on. As we get everything set up. So yeah, Sega. I think for the most part, I think it's good on Sega to that point. Now I find this very interesting that I'm gonna find this very interesting regarding the listen, we've talked about this. We've talked about this a couple of times. I don't got much of a dog in this fight at this point, but I'll just say my piece on this one. So, okay, so Sony, let's go and get right into it. I'll just say my piece on it. So, Sony, this is from Culture Crave. Sony says the Ghost games have been major hits. They actually released the numbers for Ghost of Yotei. It has sold a total of 3.3 million copies in its first month. We'll see how that goes on with that one. I'm still kind of trepidatious on that one. Still a little kind of very interesting because I know that's a heavy discussion regarding Ghost of Yotei and its sales numbers, if it's performed well, if it still performed well, if it still falls short or such. But regardless, it sold 3.3 million in its first month, which is not bad. However, I think from my personal standpoint, this game being a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, you would expect it to sell more. So, now, is Ghost of Yotei a flop? No, it is not a flop in any sense of the word. Is it a bad game? No, not in any sense of the word. It's not. Okay, let's get that out of the way. I never said this game was going to be a flop. I said this game was going to do just fine. And because Ghost of Yotei has a smaller budget, Ghost of Yotei came out with a much smaller budget, though. Good morning, everybody. Ghost of Yotei came out with a much smaller budget. It was going to make its money back. From my personal standpoint is, this game being a sequel to the much beloved Ghost of Tsushima, you would expect Sony and Sucker Punch are likely expecting this game to outperform Ghost of Tsushima in terms of, you know, first month and lifetime sales overall. And they actually did outsell Ghost of Tsushima at launch. It actually did outperform Ghost of Tsushima in the first month. So there's that. However, Ghost of Tsushima ended up selling 5 million copies in the first 4 months of its lifespan. It's a back and forth. It's a back and forth thing. I have been keeping up with what's been going on with in terms of the sales markets, especially with you know, the whole, especially after the fallout between Smash and Call Moriarty, all that stuff. There's still talks about that. Even, you know, Jay Viper and Demion talk about their sources regarding the sales numbers here. I'm just saying from my standpoint, Ghost of Yotei, it made its money back. It did just fine. But, and this is a but, I do believe that because this is a sequel to one of the most beloved Sony games in the past couple of years, that Sony and Sucker Punch expected it more, expected it to get higher numbers, to sell more than Ghost of Tsushima. Now, we'll see how that turns out. We will see how that turns out in the long run, if those expectations are going to be met. But from my personal standpoint, it falls short of Tsushima's sales number. And we'll see how it goes off in a lifetime sale. Especially when the PC version, especially once the PC version launches, we'll definitely see how the tides will turn, if the tides will turn in Ghost of Yotei's favor. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys on this one. So it has earned 3.3 billion, and it's Sony. This is the official numbers from Sony: 3.3 million copies within its first month of sales. We'll see how it turns out in its in the initial lifetime sales. So there you go. So just want to get that out. I never said the game was a flop. Never said the game was a flop. The game was going to do well, especially considering how large budget it was. It was going to, you know, it was going to make its money back easily. And because it's a Ghost property, so obviously it's going to make its money back easily. And of course, my issue with Yotei, why I would refuse to play it is, one, I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima before. And two, even if I look this as a brand new title, the developer's comments, one of the senior technical artist's comments on Charlie Kirk, as well as Erika Ishii being the activist she is, was a turnoff for me. It was definitely a turnoff for me personally. PC could definitely help them in the long run. I think the PC sales will definitely help them recoup, try to get closer to Ghost of Tsushima's numbers, but we'll see. We shall see. This game's definitely sparked a lot of talk in the initial run, but that talk has definitely started to, let's just say, die down a bit. So, that's it. I'm not gonna get to this whole discussion with that one. I'm gonna leave that to Jay Viper and Smash and Viper Smash, Call Moriarty, those guys. That's a whole discussion about that. And I do believe that, but I will say this, that I do believe from the interview that I watched between Smash Call and Moriarty, I do think that Circana is kind of flaunting the numbers a little bit though. So it might be some good news. But anyway, that's it from me. I'm gonna leave that to the real professionals on that discussion. That's for damn sure. Whew. That's crazy. PC, yeah, I do think PC could help them. Zendaya Jones, Sydney. Sequels next installment. Sequels usually are sequels are expected to do better than the original, basically. I'm Antifa, so is my wife. Yeah, Erika Ishii is definitely a piece of work. That's for damn sure. Daisy is best girl. Daisy is tied for Rosalina. In my heart, though. That's fair. We'll know in 3 months. Yeah, we'll know in 3 months. And I think I think time will tell once the PC releases for Ghost of Yotei. So. And I think unless I can mock the shit out of it, not interested in Ghost of Yotei. So. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the next topic. We still got 2 more big topics to go over. So, while Ghost of Yotei has made it across the finish line, marking its 3.3 million sales number, a game that has outperformed Ghost of Yotei and other games within this month, within these past couple weeks, is Arc Raiders. Now, I'm gonna start from the dual screen here. Arc Raiders is from IGN. Arc Raiders has sold over 4 million copies worldwide in under 2 weeks. Yeah, in under 2 weeks, Arc Raiders has sold more than 4 million copies worldwide. It has become the multiplayer shooter of the year, basically. It's become the multiplayer shooter of the year, hands down, no questions about it. Which I think is pretty good for Embark Studios and the entire team behind Arc Raiders. You guys made a hit. You guys made an absolute bona fide hit. People are seeming to love it. People are playing the shit out of it. Now, there has been a lot of discussion regarding Arc Raiders being a very PvP-focused, PvPvE extraction shooter. And there's been a lot of talks about this, especially with a couple of tweets that gone viral complaining about their time in Arc Raiders and, asking for Embark Studios to make a PvE-focused segment. Now, we have heard about Arc Raiders. I've heard from players like Hypnotic and such like that defend the PvP segment to Arc Raiders because it's the intensity of Arc Raiders. It's the intensity of the game. Now, it's the intensity of Arc Raiders. It's a very PvPvE game, and the whole excitement comes from, getting your extractions just to have it taken away from you at the last minute, right when you get to the extraction point. People seem to enjoy that. That's what it's about, It's people are you see comments like this. I'll almost stop playing Arc Raiders due to players like this. There's no way to counter it because it's the only way players kill you in the game is catching you by surprise. Dev said that PvE was boring, but dying from PvP makes the game feel hopeless. I think it just comes from the fact that it's just the nature of a PvP game, a PvPvE game. It's the nature of it, and I think that's where people who are defending the PvP aspects are really trying to push back against this whole Arc Raiders needs to have a separate PvE segment. The PvP is what makes it exciting. And PvP what gives it breathes it life. It's you want that. If you want that low risk, if you want, I guess, okay, let's not say low risk. If you want that risk, if you want to reduce that risk and have a separate PvE segment, then people have said Helldivers 2. Then Helldivers 2 other games. This is not meant, this clearly is meant for the PvP audience. It's meant for that competitive audience. So you're going to have people spawn camping at extraction points. You're going to have players being toxic. You're going to have people, they're going to use chats to deceive you. Players going to use chats to deceive you where they'll tell you, hey, I'll help you get this loot and get to the extraction point safely, only to turn around and shoot you in the back. That's the experience, you know? That's the experience though. But there is a lot of talk, though. However, there is a lot of talk with the PvPvE segment and Arc Raiders. It's very interesting to see this discussion about it, though. You know, it's very interesting discussion about this, and it's still going strong here. So, but all eyes are on Embark Studios if they can keep this 10-year. Yeah, I can see both sides on this. That's where I am. I can see both sides about this. It's a very interesting discussion. But it is on Embark Studios if they can be able to keep this game going for their 10-year plan as they promised. So it will be very interesting to see how it deals in the long run when people bring up if they eventually will implement more PvE segments or stick to the grunt state or not bulge with the PvPvE nature of the game. Now, that's one. Now that discussion is where Arc Raiders is going viral, but there's another discussion in which is hitting the segments here, and that is the reviews, specifically IGN and Eurogamer. Now, Eurogamer is being torn to shreds, okay? Eurogamer is being destroyed right now. And essentially, the reason Eurogamer is being ripped to shreds and is going viral is because of a reason why they gave Arc Raiders a 2 out of 5. And if I can find it's going to be this is a long article. We're not going to go through the entire article, but essentially, and I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to read the article in full. We just don't, just due to time constraints, I'm not going to be able to have time to read this entire article. But long story short, their biggest criticism with Arc Raiders is the use of generative AI in their content. Yes, the reviewer of... Oh, here we go. The animation arts, how they adapt to, are based on similar principles to Black and White's creature AI. Oh, no. Yes, they used AI generated. Embark claims it uses AI voices to implement ideas quicker, creating new voice lines in hours rather than going through the longer process of manual recording and therefore rehiring actors. But NPC voices are not central to the experience, so I don't think this argument holds water. Even if it did, Arc Raiders his launch has been so successful, and Embark can hire an entire team of live-in voice actors and still make our get you out of profits while benefiting the memorable characters as a result. At the same time, Embark's use of AI suffices to compromise the game, given it a small part of the experience. I mulled over this quite a while, and more I thought about it, the angrier I became, because yes, using AI voices does compromise Arc Raiders, not just ethically, but artistically though. Let's start with the obvious point. Arc Raiders is set in a world where humanity has been driven underground by a race of hostile robots. The contradiction here between Arc Raiders and themes of manner in its creation is so glaring that it makes me want to scream. You made a game about the tragedy of humans being replaced by robots while replacing humans with robots. Embark. It displays a lack of total awareness of worse willful ignorance of Arc Raiders' own semantics. Arc Raiders has facilitated millions in similar interactions since launch, but that only makes Embark's use of AI voices more abhorrent. For Arc Raiders to ride on the wave of human sociability to make it to the way to the bank, while also being so contemptuous of the thing that makes us social animals in its workflow, carving up human voices and reassembling them like digital Victor Frankenstein. This assembles a lack of artistic integrity, and I find that impossible to ignore. However designated it is, I cannot recommend it because Embark does not value the thing that makes it special. This is a professional review here, okay? This is a professional review. Oh, and by the way, here's a little tidbit. All of the voice actors for Arc Raiders, they signed off on using AI-generated voices. They signed off on it. The actual voice actors for Arc Raiders actually approved of this practice. They are totally fine with using AI-generated voices. They're totally fine with that. I just want to add to that part. But you're docking it 3 stars because of this, because you have a problem with AI use of AI voices. So, but it gets better. It gets better, guys. It gets better. The same reviewer who gave Arc Raiders a 2 out of 5 is the same reviewer who gave Concord a 3 out of 5.
What?
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Just the same person complaining about AI in Arc Raiders enough to give it a 2 out of 5 gave Concord a 3 out of 5. 2 stars only because they use the AI voices. Were they using the actors like this who agreed to this in Jerry Auto? Meanwhile, you have Veilgar get a perfect score. Arc Raiders does not comply with SAG-AFTRA agreement on AI voices and likeness to real voice actors. It says the rate they have outlined their facts on point. Yeah, but really, this is your reason you're docking points. Now, it's not the same reviewer who gave Dragon Age and Veilguard a 5 out of 5, by the way. But this is the same reviewer who gave... Concord scored higher than Arc Raiders. Yet Concord lasted only 10 days. Arc Raiders is about 2 weeks in and scored over $4 million, has garnered over $4 million in sales, and is also, let's add on to this, and has also 300,000 in his player base. But yet it scored lower than Concord. Hey, listen. I'm just gonna be honest here. Just, the global pool of gaming journalists has declined in 25% in 2 years. Listen, okay? Let me sum this up. I don't have sympathy for journalists. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. You don't hate journalists enough. Okay? I'm sorry. I am sorry. You are not being objective in this review. But Embark continue to use of AI generated voices of Blackmark against his reputation. Are you retarded? Are you retarded? Oh my god. You rated Concord, a game that hasn't even lasted 10 days. With some of the shittiest, and I mean shitty. You know what? I don't like the faces in Arc Raiders. I'm gonna give it that. I'm not a fan of how the faces look in Arc Raiders, but yet I would still have that over this. Okay? I'm sorry. This is a hot take. This is a big take. Whoever reviewed this, I'm sorry. You probably need to be let go. You probably need to be let go. You probably need to be let go here. Pronouns are worth the higher review score than this. Just, they're getting ripped to shreds here, okay? They are getting torn to shreds here in the comments. I want to see the quote tweets here. No. I'm gonna get some quote tweets here. The voice actors agreed to have AI used in their voices. I mean, that's the same one who gave. They're going to train this so they never have to pick what's like. Do you not see? Okay. This goes. This. People believe this. People believe this business model, man. We're seeing so many layoffs here, and journalists are being hated now more than ever, and I feel like it's being rightfully despised. How is this a fair review? I'm against AI is the next one, but this ain't it. The voicing talent agreed to have the voice be used in that manner, did they not? Just your time's up. I'm just... You can't put the genie back in the bottle anymore, guys. Ruining Arc Raiders' record-breaking open critic score because you're misinformed about AI's voice acting and Bark's voice actors ethically using AIs. This is insane work. Damn. mean, I see the issue on both sides, okay? Let me say this again. I see the issue on both sides of the aisle, okay? I see it, okay? I see it, okay? I see it. You can't put the genie back in the bottle here, but this ain't gonna age well, okay? This ain't gonna age well. I'm sorry. This just not gonna age well. Like I said, man, this drove, man. I understand docking it 1 star because of that, but docking it down to a 2 out of 5, I just think it's a bit harsh, don't you think? When it's the same reviewer who gave Concord a higher score. Your opinion has been discarded. Your review shouldn't even count on Metacritic. You see that, but yeah, you can see. But here's the thing. Which game is still around, by the way? Here's my question. Which game is still around, by the way? Which game has gone to higher? Which game has garnered higher payments? Which game has garnered higher sales? Which game has been in the headlines for all the right reasons? Because Concord wasn't horrible at playing the game. It was a mid-shooter with absolutely disgusting in-character designs. It was DEI by design. And they sold this for $40. Let's add both of this, okay? If people want to disregard the character designs in Concord. Yes, the character designs actually fucking matter in your damn game, even if it's first person. Get out of here with this argument, okay? This argument. We're not gonna have this argument again. Anyway, that's it. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Oh my god. We can't escape it, y'all. We just can't. You know, we just can't escape Concord, okay? Every time it shows up, every single time, man. We can't escape it. You can't play Arc Raiders now. Yes, you can't play, man. Those 400, million sales, man. It don't matter. It don't matter. 4 million sales. It don't matter. The 320,000 people player count don't matter. All that doesn't matter, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you on this one. I just don't know. All right. We told you how this was. We told. DOJ. I love DOJ's comment. DOJ said, all we gonna say is, we told you so. We told you how this was going to end, and you didn't believe us. Yep, we said it. We told you. We told you this is what was gonna happen. Y'all didn't believe us now. We can win them leagues. I know, right? Too much water entry. I know. Too much water entry. Okay, let's move on to the next. We got one last topic to go over. This is a positive one. Okay? This is a positive one. We're just gonna do, because we only got 7:36, so we're just gonna do a quick overview. We're gonna do a quick overview of the Sony Japan State of Play. Now, this dropped yesterday on dropped yesterday during the stream. We won't go through the entire thing, but needless to say, the Sony Japan State of Play is easily the best state of play we got this year, hands down. That's not saying it's great. It's more on the middling side. But this is a big ass butt here. This is a Nikkei size ass here. There was nothing in the showcase that warranted the cringe. Let's put it that way. There was nothing in the showcase that was eye-rolling. There was nothing that was eye-rolling. In fact, there were maybe, if you squint hard enough, there are clearly 1 or 2 games in this showcase that really were exciting. To some. We're gonna do just kind of a quick overview. We're gonna do just a quick overview of the showcase. Needless to say, I liked how it turned out. It was the best of the showcases, without a doubt. I think we can all unanimously agree on that. Just not the showstopper that you expected. It was better than what we had in the past state of plays throughout this year. Let's just give it on that. So let's go into the dual screen and show you guys. This is the state of play. We're just gonna do a quick overview because it was 45 minutes long. But here's a couple of things I want to just share with you. First off, Dragon Quest.
I should try doing all the things that humans do.
Dragon Quest 1 and 2
To find my own purpose. Something only I can
looks
do.
good. However, my thing with Dragon Quest 1 and 2 Remake is that you're going to censor Akira Toriyama's designs. Again, you're going to censor Akira Toriyama's designs. That was the problem a lot of people had with Dragon Quest 3 HD remake/remaster was that you censored Akira Toriyama's design because of localization efforts. But needless to say, this looks good. Needless to say, it looks good, especially in 3. So this is Dragon Quest 7
Here's to
remake.
one last adventure.
So next year. Now, we have some indie games that I thought this would be very interesting to share with you. 2 cozy games, basically.
インコンビニワンストアメニューストーリーズはささやかな日常を描く心温まる物語。
So
プレイ
very
ヤーは
cozy game.
小さな町のコンビニ店員となり棚に商品を並べたり顔なじみのお客さんと交流したりしながら選択を通じて物語を紡いでいきます。心地のいい効果音でリラックスガチャやコレクションといった遊び心のある要素でお楽しみいただけます。インコンビニワンストアメニューストーリーズは2026年4月発売です。コーヒートーク東京は東京の小さなカフェを舞台にしたノベルアドベンチャーゲーム。プレイヤーはバリスタとなり心温まる一杯を入れてお客様の声に耳を傾けます。人間はもちろん雪女やカッパなど日本の妖怪の末裔たちもカフェを訪れ悩みや喜びを語り合います。
This state of play was better than the other state of play simply on the pretense of the fact that this is completely Easter developers here. This is Coffee Talk Tokyo. Okay, it is Coffee Talk. Okay. It was the best state of play on the pretense that it's all Easter developers. Let's just go that way. This is Broken Lore, which is a horror theme, first-person shooter, first-person horror.
見知らぬ不気味な家で目覚めたアン。脱出するため過去のトラウマや亡霊たちに追い詰められながらスマートフォンを駆使して出口を探していきます。ブロークンロアアンフォローは2026年1月16日発売です。さらに本日はシリーズ最新作ブロークンロアアセンドを初公開。シリーズおなじみの一人称視点のサバイバルホラーにクライミング要素が加わりました。
I mean, that's harsh, so, but yeah, I think I saw that. We'll go closer. The next thing they released is Fatal Frame. So I think this is a remake or remaster of Fatal Frame 1 and 2. My stance with this is that because this is Fatal Frame, it's gonna get censored.
Accept the fate of the sacrifice.
I think because on the stance that this is a Fatal Frame game, it's gonna be censored. I'm sorry. It's usually kind of been like the big discussion when it comes to Fatal Frame. It's like every time they do a remaster or remake, or they kind of release it publicly, you find out that there are certain like outfits and stuff that get censored. So yeah, this is a remake of Crimson Butterfly, Fatal Frame 2. We'll see, but I did not expect that. But then we got a big surprise from Koei Tech. Well, I wouldn't say a big surprise, but a surprise nevertheless. So you can see here, Digital Deluxe Edition. Yeah, like I said, I just do think that the game is going to get censored, and probably will because it's a remake. But the big surprise, from Koei Tecmo, well, it's not really a surprise, it's an announcement. Dynasty Warriors. Yep, Dynasty Warriors is coming back. So they're bringing back Dynasty Warriors. It's pretty cool to see. Like Dynasty Warriors. People are definitely fans of Dynasty Warriors here, so really cool to see that brought to the next gen. Big armies and all. So yeah, this will definitely be Fatal Frame 2. Hope not. Yeah, Fatal Frame 2 remake. This is a remake of Fatal Frame 2, but yes, we are getting Dynasty Warriors Origins. Pretty awesome. Next thing that showed up was the Spec 3.0 update for Gran Turismo 7. Not only did they add that, but there was also an announcement that they're adding a DLC pack, which adds new events on top of that. But Spec 3.0 is a big update for Gran Turismo 7, as they're adding newer cars, new tracks, new ways to change up the quest, the main quest campaign and such like that. They're making a lot of big changes with the Spec 3.0 update, and for all I can say is it looks good. And all I can say is I'm liking it. It looks very promising. I guess I just dipped out of GT7 a long time ago. I dipped out of GT7 a very long time ago. I was not a fan of how the main campaign doesn't feel like a traditional Gran Turismo campaign. It's like I was hoping it would be more like GT4, Gran Turismo 4 style campaign, but it was all over the place. But you know, it is what it is. Spec 3.0 looks good. So we have a side scroller, a musical side scroller, which I'm Motion Wreck. It's it looks like the official theme side scroller. And then we get Wandering Sword, which looks like it was made by the developers of Octopath Traveler. I think it is the same devs as Octopath Traveler, which that is really good. Really cool to see. It looks good. But yeah, I think it was made by the same developers because it has that 2.5 to 3D pixelated art style. And I think the developers behind this was Octopath Traveler. So this looks good. And then we have a new entry in AI Somnium Files. AI Somnium Files. Not gonna lie, very Persona, very Shimigami, very SMTS. It's very SMTS. Kind of let the art. I joked that it kind of looks like an SMT asset flip. But you know what? I'll be wrong on that one. I'll be wrong on that one. But yeah, this is the new AI Somnium Files. It just reminds me of SMT. That's coming out. This one I was genuinely excited about. Tokyo Extreme Racer. I have been playing it off stream. I am trying to get people. I'm trying to get some people interested in watching me play this on stream. Listen, Tokyo Extreme Racer is arguably my game of the year. This is arguably my game of the year because it has such an addictive gameplay loop. It is such an incredibly addicting gameplay loop. Like you may think it's like some old game. No, this has it is arguably the best racing game we got this year. And they're gonna bring in some new stuff coming out for 2026. So they got big plans for this. I can't wait. Like I said, I'm trying to entice you guys. If this would be something you guys would like me to play. Oh, so it is coming to PS5 in February. And I know that there are people who have been voting for TXR. Listen, I love the game, okay? I'm so close to saying I love this game because of how addicting the gameplay loop is, okay? It is, hands down, I think the best racing game to come out this year, hands down. No doubt about it. Now, we got some Katamari. That's some Katamari customization. This was good. This was good. So it looks like this will be, I think this will be an update to the current Katamari game they have, so I was excited about this one. It looks good, so definitely see that Katamari is going to have a fresh new style. Now, Pack World is now going to have a Sonic crossover. You're not looking at it right. So the new Pac-Man game is going to have a full-on Sonic crossover. So everybody's excited. People are excited about that. Now, people are also excited about the fact that the DLC for Digimon is coming out soon, and it will be coming to PS5 soon. Now, in this argument, now let me break this. Let me be open about this. Digimon defeated Pokemon. Okay, Riot Kitty, I know you're in chat. Digimon defeated Pokemon in this battle. Okay, let's be honest here. Digimon came out on top. Okay, so people are playing the hell out of Digimon Digimon Time Story. So the first DLC will be coming out. First DLC of the season pass will be coming out soon. It is coming to PS5. Yeah, I'm sorry, it beat Pokemon on this one. Super Robot Wars Y is coming out this year, so I know my boy Loki is going to be excited about that. Loki, if you're watching, which they're going to have a crossover with Big O. They're going to have a crossover with Big O. And apparently Kamen Rider. Yes, Super Robot Wars Y DLC is going to have a crossover with Big O. Big O is like one of the OGs of Toonami anime, man. Big O is one of the OGs of mech anime, man, next to Gundam. So that is so cool to see that. I was like, bro, get freaking Big O and Kamen Rider. Oh, mecha fans rejoice. Yes, Big O is one of the OGs animes too. Okay, let me explain here. So, with Pokemon X and Y coming out, there's been a lot of controversy regarding Pokemon X and Y, or Pokemon ZA. So with Pokemon ZA coming out, Digimon Story came out at the same time, right? And the thing is that because Pokemon ZA has been under a lot of scrutiny, because of Nintendo has been under a lot of scrutiny, that people look at Digimon, the new Digimon game, and they really like that Digimon is doing better than Pokemon, though, basically. I'm just saying, that's what I'm trying to say, Riot Kitty. Digimon came out on top on this one, okay? Is it black? That's right. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's what I'm saying. Like while Pokemon's been getting a lot of scrutiny, Digimon hasn't. And Digimon has basically been kind of like the fan favorite, though. So it is very subjective, yeah. Okay, so the next game they added was Monster Hunter. So I think this is for so this is an update for Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, as you guys know, Monster Hunter Wilds has been well, let's just say Monster Hunter Wilds has been it has dropped off dramatically like Monster Hunter Wilds has seen a dramatic drop off. And I initially was going to play this on stream too. I was initially going to get Monster Hunter on stream, but yeah, this is definitely seen a massive drop off as of late. So yeah, but next time update for Monster Hunter Wilds, they still have a lot of stuff they need to fix. Capcom, yeah, it hasn't been fixed yet. Yeah, it's what it comes down to. So they added new in-game bosses, so brand new in-game monsters to defeat. But yeah, it's gonna be on December 16th. Now, the next, they finally optimized it. Yeah, this is just Monster Hunter World. Yeah, now, speaking of Sega, because we brought this up earlier, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is a big hit. Okay, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is a big hit. And they've added even more DLC characters to their expanding roster. So, included is Knights. They're adding Knights. I from Super Monkey Ball. And if I'm correct, they're adding 2 Sonic characters from... I don't know who these characters are, but I believe they're from the Archie comic. I believe they're from the Archie comics. The comics universe. Which, that is pretty cool, because people have been asking to have characters coming over from the comic book line to be implemented as characters in games, so that's really cool. But this goes on top of the major like crossover season pass that they have with Sonic, and even having more crossovers too. It's Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, man. It's a big game. It has been a hit, and the fact that they're adding, you know, characters from SpongeBob, Minecraft, Yakuza, Avatar. It is a Hatsune Miku. Dude, there's freaking mods for Rouge the Bat and Amy. I'm like, bro, they're eating good. Pac-Man, bro, they're eating good. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is a hit. It is an absolute hit. So, I don't know if I'm committed. I don't know if I'm fully committed. If I'm gonna fully commit myself to this game, though. It's fantastic. They're from the IDW comics. Okay, thank you, Power. So yeah, big W for Sega on that one. Yeah, I think Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, they've made a major hit. What's next? Cartoon Network. Oh wait, Cartoon Network's dead. Anyway, and so we have a new adventure game, The Witch and the Curse, Nevergrave. Witch and the Curse, very interesting here. This looks like a side-scroller, 2D side-scroller action RPG, 2D side-scroller platform RPG. Has a very cute art style to it. I wonder if it's going to be like a Souls-like though, but it's a very cute art style to it. Very interesting. The art looks good, by the way. The art looks good. I like that. I actually like the art. And it looks like there's co-op too, which is pretty cool too. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I'm seeing some like Super Mario Odyssey vibes where you can take controls of others using Witch Hat and such like that. It's a very cute art style. Not gonna lie, I like what I'm seeing. It looks fun. It looks fun for a 2D platform. It looks fun. It may not be on the. Now it's got some stiff competition because Hollow Knight, because of Hollow Knight, but. Hey, more 2D platformers. More 2D platformers, the better. So, I'm just saying, I'm just saying, you do have Hollow Knight to still. You're gonna have to pry a lot of Hollow Knight players away from this, but it looks good. And I think people are still playing Silk Song. People are still running Silk Song though, so So it looks good. It looks good. It looks good. So this next one was so yeah, this is Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse. This is Nevergrave. This next one, Shadow Laboratory, the only quick DPS. This one looks very interesting, I'll say. Yeah, very interesting, I'll say. Like, listen, I'm just oh, it's from Arc System. Yeah, this is from Arc System Works. Yeah, it's from Arc. So this is from probably Dev Studio. Oh, it's Blaze Blue. It's Blaze Blue. It's a Blaze Blue side. It's a Blaze Blue 2D side scroller, which I know some people were kind of disappointed because we haven't had a Blaze Blue fighting game in a long time. You know, we haven't had a Blaze Blue fighting game in a long time. But yeah, this is a lot of plot, a lot of budget, I'll say, but it is Blaze Blue. So yeah, this is a Blaze Blue 2D side scroller. It looks good. It looks damn good though. It looks damn good, I guess. It looks crazy though. This looks crazy. So I'm just like, remember when Blaze Blue was a fighting game? But yeah, this is Blaze Blue Entropy Effect. Looks like it's gonna come out in February, so it looks good. It looks good. It looks damn good. So it's a brand new story in the Blaze Blue universe. The next game is a twin stick action RPG. Low-key reminds me of Motor Slice. I can't wait for Motor Slice. I really cannot wait for Motor Slice. That's good. Blaze Blue left Arc System sometimes Roundup Guilty Gear Strive. I believe the last Blaze Blue game they ever made was, Cross Tag Battle. Yes, and it had all these major crossovers, especially from Ruby and such like that. Yeah. This looks good. This looks very, very interesting. So, Damon and Baby. So, the next game they've added. Whoa, now! Yeah, that's a lot of plot. There's a lot of budget here. So this is Kiran Makism. Looks like a short video. Let me go back here. Hold on a second. Let me go back here. So it's a 3D action RPG.
狂乱魔改ズム主人公は倒した敵を銃魔として従え共に戦うことができます。強靭なドラゴンや妖艶なサキバスなど銃魔の種類は全部で16種類。一緒に戦わせるのはもちろん武器に変えて強力な技を放つことも可能です。
There's some peak
全ての
going
力
on
を
here.
使いこなし裏切り者から大切なプリンを取り戻しましょう。狂乱魔改ズムは2026年
You can
1
tell.
月
You can
29
tell
日
that this is a Sony Japan state of play because you know if this was a Western state of play, they wouldn't allow this much fan service on screen. I'm just saying. They would not allow this much fan service on screen. Speaking of which,
運命のトリガーは
I'm looking
アン
forward
リ
to
アルエン
this
ジン
one.
5で開発された
This is
次世
Fake
代の
Trigger.
タクティカルヒーロ
This
ー
is
シューターです
basically
公
Fortnite.
開されてい
If,
るアウェイクな10
the
年
way
に
I
加
see
え
it is if
新たに
Hoyoverse made a
アタッカータイ
Fortnite
プの
game,
パリ
basically.
そしてディフェンダータイプのタタと
Because the
その
character
相棒ロボ
designs
ッ
are
ト
very
ビビが参戦します
and they're
分
very
身を操
Zenless
り
inspired. Like
敵
this
を
one
翻弄
looks
す
very
るファリ
cute.
拠点を難攻不落の砦に変えていく奇才エンジニアのタタそれぞれの個性的な
This
能
one
力を
looks
駆
fun.
使
I
して
can't wait. I'm gonna try this out live. We're gonna definitely, I'll definitely deal with sweaties though. But
高くそびえる城壁複雑
I'm
な
looking
地形
forward to it. But yeah,
変化に富むロ
Fake
ジンによ
Trigger
って
is
構成
definitely
され
on
ま
my
す
list.
全ての戦
It
闘
is
が
it's
唯一
Fortnite
無二の
with
体
you
験
know
になること
Fortnite with
間
fighting
違いなし
basically. But you know I
お気に
can't
入りの
say
ヒーロ
no
ーを
to
見つ
that.
け新しい
It
戦
looks
場
good.
で
It
世
does
界中
look
のプ
good.
レイヤーと競い合いましょう
But I know there's gonna be a lot of sweaties when we start playing it. Time to release it. It has a very zenless inspired like character design. I've noticed.
ちなみに私
Plus,
は
it's got apparently it's also got immersive first-person view as well. If you know what I mean.
運命のトリガーにて
So
病
Fake
院の
Trigger,
声を
yeah.
担
So
当してい
I'm
ま
looking
す
forward to.
他に
Oh,
も
he's voicing
魅力
Fake
的な
Trigger.
キャラクター
Okay.
が勢ぞろいしていますのでぜひ
So the
プレイしてみて
presenter
ください
of
ね
the state play is also voicing
次
character
は
Fake
ス
Trigger.
クエアエニックスの大人気シリーズ最新作
But yeah, I'm
オクト
gonna
パスト
try
ラ
out
ベラ
Fake
ゼロに関する
Trigger
発表で
next
す
year, so that's guaranteed. Yeah, it's gonna be sweating. Is there a cat? Yes. So this one. I think this is. Yeah. Oh no, this is Octopath Traveler. Okay, so this is Octopath Traveler 0.
Shall be yours. Oh, scarlet flame, blaze bright and cleanse the
Yeah, so this is Octopath Traveler 0. This looks damn good.
Here they come. Let me see you bleed.
Is that a cat?
Is the only thing that can
So yeah, this looks good. Octopath Traveler, this looks good.
survivor of Wishvale.
The next
体験
one.
版でプレイした内容は本編発売時に引き継ぎが可能です
Marvel. Okay, so Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. So this is the arc system Marvel fighter, the 4v4 Marvel fighter that has Kamal Khan in here, which I admit that she looks much better here. But they did add new characters in the form of Ghost Rider, Doctor Doom, and I forgot who the third character was. But it looks good. It definitely looks good. It looks like there's going to be a demo out by closed beta and a demo out by next year. So yeah, fighting game fans are going to look good. Although unfortunately, it's not Johnny Blaze though. It's not the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. It's the it's the one with the car. I forgot who it was. It was the one who was the follow-up. Who was the follow-up to Johnny Blaze? It's not OG Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. But yeah, there's going to be a closed beta for this one. So pre-register for the closed beta. It looks good. And I see plenty of fan art on Storm, by the way. Storm fan art. But yeah, this is the only time where fucking Kamal Khan looks good. It's 4v4. 4v4 style. But it looks like it's gonna follow that same style of Marvel vs. Capcom, though. It looks good, though. Not gonna lie. So they're bringing some new stages along with it. It looks, damn, its arc system works. It looks awesome. Yeah, so you see Doctor Doom. And so yeah, Doctor Doom and Ghost Rider are gonna be here. They're gonna have lobby matches too. I guarantee you they're gonna go the full. They're basically gonna go the full Marvel Rivals treatment, and I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. Seeing these Marvel properties getting these Eastern developers. Listen, I'm telling you guys, okay? Listen, I'm telling you guys. Listen, you can't deny it, okay? You give a Marvel property. Listen, here's the formula. Disney, if you're listening, this is the formula. You want Marvel to be successful, give it to an Eastern developer. Give it to an Eastern developer, okay? If you want Marvel to be successful nowadays, give it to an Eastern developer. I think we can agree on that. I think we can all unanimously agree. Give it to the East.
いやー、ワクワクさせられましたね。
Tokon Fighting Souls is
どんな
good.
展
It
開に
looks
なるの
good.
か期待です。
Okay, thanks so much for being here, Power. We'll be wrapping up real soon.
ステージですよね。こちらは新しい。
I'm just saying, give Marvel to an Eastern developer. You're gonna make money, okay? It's gonna make money, okay?
宝探しを楽しんでもらえるように、細かいネタだったり、ギミックだったりをいっぱい仕込んでますので、
I'm
ぜひね
just
プレイ
saying,
して
okay?
こちら見ていただけると嬉しいと思ってます。このステージはワンエリアだけのステージになっております。エリアが少ないの
They
で
care more about the property than their own developers, than their own creators,
こ
okay?
ちらバトルの進行に合わせてドラマチックに
I'm just saying, Marvel Rivals should be the blueprint. Marvel Rivals should be that blueprint on how to approach Marvel moving forward. And it's simple. Give it to an Eastern developer, it's going to make bank.
はい。まずゴーストライダーを出すにあたって
But yes, it is not. We don't. So their main version of the Ghost Rider choose from. Are we gonna get the OG Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider though?
今回ですね、ロビーレイ
I don't think
ました
we.
よ
Oh,
という
so
わけです。
they use Robbie Reyes. So they use the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. That's kind of my. That's kind of my downside though. That's kind of my downside. You use the Robbie Reyes instead of Johnny Blaze. Looks good though. Robbie Reyes is good, but I wouldn't sell for Johnny Blaze.
なるほど。僕もマーベルファンの一人として、そして声優としてユニバースにも関わらせていただいているので、
Yeah, they're using
今
Robbie
作が
Reyes.
どのように広がっていくのかとても楽しみです。
Not saying he's a bad
それ
character.
では
I
最後に
would
世界
prefer
中のフ
Johnny
ァンの
Blaze.
皆さんに向けてメッセ
Get
ー
the
ジを
constant Eastern
いいですか？
members. We get all of it. So let's continue. So we're getting some DLC for Elden Ring. Are we getting an update for Elden Ring Night Ring? So this is the multiplayer Elden Ring. So yeah, everybody's gonna be excited about this one. So everybody's excited about Elden Ring, the multiplayer Elden Ring Night Ring. Looks good. Looks good. So it's going to be December 4th.
改めて技術的にはアダプティブトリガー
feedback.
は
Yeah, so update for the controllers, and that is about it. That's the entire state of play in Japan, and it did feel like a Nintendo Direct. It did feel like a Nintendo Direct, but I think a Nintendo Direct in a good way because it focused strictly on the games. There was nothing eye-rolling here. But but at the same time, a lot of stuff they showed was like nothing that just dropped a jaw or got me out of my seat in excitement. However, that's not saying nothing was bad at all, because I think from what we saw here, that's actually a pretty solid lineup. It's a pretty good lineup. That's why that's why I think that by default this state of play was the best one we got this year. And because you gave me Tokyo Extreme Racer, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It's a 7, but it's a 7 out of 10 with a big asterisk behind it, because it was more on the meh. It was very meh side. But this is better. This is better than what we got from the West. I think just by default that this being Eastern titles, it was better than what we got from the West. So we're talking. It was better from what we got from the West by default. So yeah, I will. Yeah, so this one is it's a 7 out of 10 with a giant asterisk behind it. it's a 7. That's not bad, not bad. So it's maybe a little bit on the boring side, but not bad. Nothing to like. Listen, I've said this before. I've mentioned this earlier. None of the games that we're looking for, none of the games that we were looking forward to, or at least none of the games that I'm looking forward to, was going to show up in this showcase, in this state of play. And you know what? I expected it, okay? And I mentioned that if in my dream scenario, okay, if you want me to tell you like my like dream scenario here, if it were me, I'm gonna post this up. If nothing was thrown off the table, basically, if nothing was off the table, I would have loved an update. I would have loved more information on specifically this one right here, Tides of Annihilation. I would have loved more updates on Tides of Annihilation, because that brought this up, because that one hyped me. And ultimately, I would have loved, if nothing was off the table, I would have loved to see Shift Up announce their next project. Regardless if it was Stellar Blade 2 or Project Spirits. I don't care. I would have loved to see Shift Up announce their next project if nothing was off the table, okay? If nothing was on the table. Everything was off the table. I would love to see an update to Tides of Annihilation, because I'm still waiting patiently for that one. And Shift Up to announce their next project. Regardless if it's the Stellar Blade sequel or Project Spirits. Like, to be fair, you know, as you're familiar, which I'm looking forward to, we got more updates. I've been convinced. I'm looking forward to Crimson Desert. I'm looking forward to Crimson Desert. Of course, we've gotten enough information on Ananta, and yes, Riot Kitty, Ananta is a guaranteed. We will be playing this on Peak Gaming once it launches. I will be playing Ananta, guaranteed. I will likely replace Zenless Zone Zero with Ananta. The other gacha game that both of us are hyped about, which is I forgot what it's called. Silver Palace. Silver Palace. I will definitely keep that. I will keep a lookout on Silver Palace. That one's getting hyped. A lot of these are just indie games, but my focus is basically on Tides of Annihilation and Shift Up to announce their next project if nothing was on the table. So we're guessing next year. I think Ananta is a shoo-in for next year. We'll probably get news of like an open beta or something by the time it gets out. But yes, I am looking forward to Ananta. Oh, you mean Game of the Year? Not the other GTA 6. Man, we got, like, you know what the funny thing is that we got so much. Dude, like, we got so much from Ananta, though. We got so much from Ananta earlier this month, a couple of earlier in the fall, man. We got so much stuff from Ananta that they dropped before the big show, before their fall showcase. So I can't wait. I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait. It was a showstopper. I'm looking forward to seeing more from Ananta. It's definitely one of the most highly anticipated gacha games next year, hands down. Hands down. It'll be interesting to see how they try to do because it looks like it's like they're trying to do a jack of all trades, basically. There's only one GTA 6. It'll be called Ananta. Oh god, bro. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to Ananta. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to this. It needs some work. Granted, it needs some work, but it looks good. It looks promising. Especially when you can arrest people, too. Which is funny. You can actually arrest people. I'm looking forward to that, but like I said, if everything was off the table, I'm waiting. You got me, okay? You got me, okay? This is peak, okay? This is straight up peak, okay? You got me here. I am waiting patiently. For some more info on Tides of Annihilation, okay? You have won me over, okay? You got me this, okay? God of War meets Stellar Blade, and basically an Eastern retelling of Arthurian lore of King Arthur, okay? This is basically King Arthur. I'm like, okay, where can I sign up? Where can I pre-order this? Okay, I want more information. I'm patiently waiting for more information on this one. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for Tides of Annihilation. That is the one I'm hyped about. I'm legitimately hyped about this one. Because I'm like, oh, fuck. Look at me. This looks dope. This dope. God of War meets Stellar Blade, basically retelling retelling the story of King Arthur. Wait, bro, this looks dope. It could have been Heavenly Sword. It could have been. We could have gotten another Heavenly Sword. I would have loved to see another Heavenly Sword, honestly. It could have been. Or at least a remake of Heavenly Sword. Or, well, maybe not a remake, but maybe a remaster for you know, for the current consoles. But no, this is the game I'm hyped up. This is the game I'm legitimately excited for. I know for Sean, it's Phantom Blade Zero. For me, it's Tides of Annihilation, and I'm still waiting for a release date for this one. Like, I can't wait. I'm gonna be first front line. I'm definitely gonna sign up. But yes, it's wishlist now. It's in development. I've already wishlisted this, but yeah, this is mine right here. This is mine right here. This is Goddess of War. Okay? The game from Ninja Theory. Yeah, Ninja Theory. So okay, anyway, guys, I gotta get out of here because I gotta get ready for work and everything. You guys have been amazing. Smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack the subscribe button, make it jiggle. And yes, I will be talking about this. If not on Friday, likely on Sunday. Yes, we're gonna talk about the Hassan he got arrested. Hassan got arrested in China. I will cover this either on Friday or on Sunday before we do the 5 Hearts Under One Roof season 2. So we got a packed weekend, guys. We got a packed weekend here on Peak Gaming and such like that on the channel. So smack that like button, make it jiggle. Smack the subscribe button, make it jiggle. Thank you to all my channel members. You guys are freaking amazing. Follow me on Etsy, Newgrounds, Twitter. Links in the description. You guys have been amazing. Vote. Cast your votes, guys. Make sure you guys cast your votes on this Saturday's Beauty, Bullets, and Blades expedition. So cast your votes for this Saturday's show. We'll be running a lot better. It looks like you guys are leaning more and more into me actually getting Skyrim and putting Skyrim in between Stellar Blade and Bayonetta. I really would love to do the Goddess Fall event live, but no, you guys like okay. So I will experience the hard mode events for Goddess Fall, and I will watch it, and I will tell you guys my experience later. People, thankfully nobody has spoiled it for me. Nobody has spoiled it for me, the ending of Goddess Fall, but people are saying that it is peak. This event is like one of the best events Nikkei has ever done. So yeah, and this is in my top 5 events in Nikkei. So yeah, my vote. Now listen, Sean, listen. I'm telling you, man. Sorry, Sean. Your vote was Islamophobic here. You know, your vote offended. Listen, you don't understand. Your vote offended Zora Madani's aunt. Okay, she was the real victim of September 11th. Okay, that poor woman. Zora Madani's aunt, if you're watching this, don't worry. Okay, so just okay. Don't watch this stream. Okay, if you're Zora Madani's aunt, don't watch this show. Sorry, it's for your own good. I'm out. I'll see y'all. I'm Makini 90 here, Sturman Illustrator. Thank you for tuning in to Peak Gaming News Roundup. Until then, stay cute, stay sexy, have fun, take care, much love. Never apologize for wanting attractive women in your media, especially your video games. Say no to censorship, pick up the bloody mic, don't offend Zora Madani's aunt. Be kind, be excellent to each other. All that good stuff. And above all else, never stop drawing. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, guys. I'll see you all later. Until then, love y'all. And as we say around these parts, game over.
Your journey is at an end. But fear not. I hope that we get to see each other once again. Thank you for playing in our world. But we must return you back to your world. Thank you for tuning in to Makini Draws Presents Peak Gaming. And until next time, game over. Geek Gaming is produced by Mocking Draws Productions in association with Special Stage Entertainment and is distributed by CSF Nation Domestic Television Distribution.